The future of heterosexuality. DaysDigital.com. This article is incredible because they go, heterosexuality remains popular in practice, but is among many women I know, at least having a bit of a PR crisis. But it's a girl that like hangs out with all these people, and then she's like kind of saying like, seems like people don't want to be straight anymore, but it's like what you want to shake her and be like, yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
She's like, it's almost not cool.
Yeah.
To be straight.
Yeah, she's having this like realization that it feels like girls don't want to be called straight.
You used to remember it was hip to be square. Now it's hip to be straight.
But this is what she's saying. She's like, I'm kind of noticing this thing. And her take is probably because it makes sense because guys are bad, right? That's what she goes with it. But women in relationships with men, or those perhaps pursuing them less successfully, seem keen to pretend these relationships, much like their desire for men, are a curse which has befallen them by accident.
Yeah.
You go, yeah. If you're fucking 25 right now, it's like cool to say that you're like, it's not. If you're just like, oh, I'm just a white girl now.
I mean, if you're in high school, you literally get bullied for just being like a straight white chick.
I bet you fucking there's dudes. I bet you there's like arts high schools like that. But I bet you there's a lot of normal high schools where it's like, nah, no.
The people who are supposed to be getting shoved in the lockers are still getting shoved in the lockers.
Yeah, like where I grew up, like.
But I'm saying, like in New York City high school,
super multicultural school. Like I just guarantee. Yeah, I'm sure there is a sect of like that kind of thing, but I bet you, like.
Yeah, none of this stuff is the norm. None of this, dude. There's no regular people in fucking Idaho who are talking about the future of heterosexuality.
No, the football guy is still the popular guy.
Yeah, of course.
But he might be getting canceled if he posts the wrong thing or whatever. But it's just the funniest article. She's saying the heterosexuality might be dying out because it's less cool. But it's the fact that she's leaving out is she's like, yeah, it's like because 70% of girls are like gay now, and you go, and then it's like this also crazy stat that all of them got married to a guy.
All of them eventually get married to a man.
Yeah. When I was growing up queer in the 2000s, defenses of gayness, such as "I can't help it, I was just born this way," were common and necessary. But now it seems the straight girls and those bisexual women currently involved with men have taken up such justifications for their sexual habits. Like they're saying like, yeah, I can't help it. I was just born this way. I have to bone a dude.
Sucks.
This feels like it was written by Ben Shapiro.
I know, it's like literal biological imperative to reproduce.
Yeah, but she goes, they have to her when they're talking to their like the hip gay friends, they got to be like, I know, I got to suck his dick. God made me this way. Just don't want to eat your pussy. It's like, I wish I could be you.
This person is literally as mentally ill to me as the wolf people.
I would attribute this to the contradiction in more popular and accessible online feminist consciousness among younger women. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a part of it. In which the very real dangers of intimacy with men and at best women's self-esteem. So she's saying that the women want to be like this because men are such a danger, right?
It's true.
They were just, it's very dangerous. I'm a bad boy.
I'm a bad boy.
I'm a girl. You don't want me, I'm trouble. You better off being a lesbo. If I recommend it, I want to see you lesing it up because you can't handle this dick. It's gonna do bad things to you, girl.
Just say you fucking follow trends and just be on to the next one.
Yet it answers the questions, remain elusive and hard to imagine in concrete ways. Nor am I the first to identify this is writings. That's one thing I don't like about this magazine. They're trying to be intellectual.
It's super long too. It's fucking like a book.
It was very long, yeah. But and she's her big thing. So I tried to take some parts, but she goes. The writer Asa Saresissen, in his 2019 essay on hetero-pessimism, in which he defined hetero-pessimism as performative disaffiliations with heterosexuality, usually expressed in the form of regret, embarrassment, or hopefulness of the straight experience. So it was like, yeah, when this like progressive stuff popped off, girls don't want, like, people are trying to be gay but it's also not just like, her thing is like, well, girls, yeah, I guess that is, girls don't want to be straight because they know it's like they're basically probably die if they.
Well,
but what the
also,
real truth is that like you actually do get benefits socially,
and women throughout time have been attracted to power. And what is like the most powerful, like current status wise, it's like the fucking gay people. Like they're getting at the thing of like, you can't criticize them. They're the most powerful.
You're saying power. I would say men are attracted to power. I'm saying women are attracted to getting things for free.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
With those statuses, you get things.
I guess status, but like power in the form of like status, the status game. And they're just like elevating
really
their status
that they're getting there.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. They're just elevating their status for power.
Social status. Yeah, it's social game. It's no wonder that women in this landscape feel uneasy with their own continued participation in heterosexuality. It's so funny to be this girl and like, you're seeing all the data points correctly and then to draw this like insane conclusion. It's like, she's like, I get it makes sense because like women are so afraid of men because they kill them mostly, you know what I mean? And it's like, even if they don't kill them, they like fuck them over so hard.
Let me tell you, I'm going to go home and give my girlfriend a real talking to for her fucking heteronormative activities.
And yeah, her conclusion is like, well, I guess might be the end of heterosexuality. And you're just like,
it's going to be end of you. It's going to be end of your bloodline. That's for sure.
End of your bloodline. The truth may regrettably be messier and lie somewhere in between the feminist deconstruction and an individual's therapeutic model, as our heart's desires and our sexual longings so often fail to shape us in the rigid schema we drew them on. She also makes a good point in her own thing where she was like, it used to be back in the day we'd say that we didn't choose it. Now people are saying that the other way around, and it's like, yeah, it's almost like you can choose it.
Yeah, can you choose it? It seems a choice.
Well, yeah,
seems like you're not born this way at all.
I mean, anyone who's changed it, that's the thing. You go, I was this, now I'm this, and I was right then and I'm right now. And it's like, so, okay. And you go, did something change biologically? You go, I don't know, yeah.
I'm not taking any questions.
I will not be taking any questions. So she says, there are unspoken realities, the tantalizing promises of succeeding in heterosexuality. But I certainly have my own reasons for finding them so. Being a trans person, this person's is every blogger trans, but like,
yeah.
Yo, the best part is she's trans and gay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good stuff.
So now she's back. Wait.
So she's
trans used to be a
gay.
dude, now a chick, so it's just a straight guy. But with just a lot of hoops to jump through.
Yeah, trans and gay. I guess trans but likes women.
Trans and likes women, so.
Being trans woman who often feels like I came to straight culture late.
I'm so confused. You came to straight culture late.
After she transitioned.
So were you a gay guy?
What?
Or was she a gay guy or a straight guy?
No, straight, the transition into a woman. Oh, no, gay.
Gay guy. No, this is a biological man we're talking about, okay? So biological man who then I guess they're saying was never straight as a biological man.
Gay
So
man.
as a gay man.
The transition to
a woman. And
now is straight.
And then now I'm straight.
Okay, so never mind. They were gay before. And then we realized that wasn't quite doing it for them.
Presumably.
They go, trans wasn't doing it. Gay wasn't doing it for me. Tried to up the ante a little bit here, you know what I mean? Raise the stakes, and then now girl boning a dude.
Yeah.
Coming to just
with her girl penis.
Just coming to this like
or no penis.
But it is funny saying like, for me I came to this late, this like very traditional heteronormative stuff.
Yeah, very traditional. Very traditional.
It's like apparently they were saying that only like 1% of guys said that they would do stuff with trans people.
Seems high.
Does seem high.
Seems kind of on the high side.
Yeah, so I think most trans people, I bet you, not most, but I bet you a lot of them, like guy transition into girl. If they don't live in the city where they find people that are into that, I bet you they just like still bone girls. They're just like, yeah, I'm a chick, but like,
probably.
Because I bet you girls are more into like wacky, like fucking identity shit.
Yeah, they'll be. Actually, when I was in back in Toronto, we were like waiting for the train and overheard this because Comic-Con was going on.
That's the Bathhouse.
Fan Expo. Yeah, the Bathhouse Fan Expo, and there was a couple, and there was a trans woman who used to be a guy. And it was funny because had his or her or whatever, but like his male name tattooed on his arm, so he's kind of dead naming himself. It said like Steve.
No, it didn't.
And then I over him talking.
How do you know it's his own name? Who gets their own name on their arm?
This person was super autistic. This is what I was saying with the autism.
Who gets their first name tattooed on them? Like, would you ever tattoo that just said Dan?
No, obviously not. But this person had all sorts of crazy tattoos. Had like pink
big
hair.
Ryan
was dressed. It was like a dude.
You get your last name
like
sometimes.
honestly, like looked like probably my build, my height. Was dressed as Harley Quinn from like Batman or whatever. Not Batman, but like you know what I mean, the whatever thing. And then was dressed as Harley. Was saying they were trans. I guess recently trans, and was with her wife. And then the wife was talking. The wife was like, yeah, he just like came home one day and was like, I'm trans. Got really drunk and was like trans. So now she's trans. And I was all over hearing
He's trans and she's like, I'm a lesbian now.
I guess.
Those are funny.
But I think he still got the package. Got the piece. But he had she had her old name.
Oh, she had the name.
So she's like Stephanie now, but it said Steve. Like Steven or something on his thing. I saw it. I remember that was pretty funny, dead naming himself.
So yeah, she's like realizing all the stuff everyone realized.
Honestly, you know all the talk about emotional labor. I do feel like trying to figure this stuff out and talk about it. It feels like emotional.
That is
labor.
correct. Yeah.
Like when I try and recap a story like that and not
it is
and
tough.
Do the things.
Yeah, Jamila Jamil had one recently where she posted. She was basically.
She got lit up.
She got lit up because what did she do?
I can't even remember.
Used someone's pronouns wrong.
Yeah.
But it was the person that was like clearly like a man on the photo. But if you look at my thing, it says I'm non-binary, even though I've like changed nothing or whatever. And she was like, and she said, well, I think that non-binary people should put their pronouns in their bio. So
and she put hers. And she put hers.
Yeah. And it was like a big thing. And we go, and then a lot of the comments were saying like, man, it must be exhausting to live like this. The way you guys are living. Like, I think that we need to put our pronouns in our bio because I have too many people messaging me, so I don't have the time to go look at everyone's bio. So you have to put it in your name so I could see it then. So now I could know people's and it was just like, at that point you
stop engaging them. What does this get you?
Yeah, at that point it's like just turn your Twitter off and you go. But more importantly, you expect anyone to do this.
But the thing is, a lot of the people who are criticizing her expect everyone to do this.
That's what I'm saying. But like anyone who expects anyone to do this,
mental people.
At no point are you like, we're asking a lot here.
No, for them, they're like, we're asking nothing. This is nothing.
Yeah,
we're not asking you anything. It's the least you could do.